Hi, we're the cast and crew of Cinderella The Pantomime at Circa Theatre, and welcome to Backstage Pass!
Alright, Joe, just going over. Okay, so right now, I'm drawing on like a cheekbone, doing some bit of contouring, get my bronzer going through there, and then it just comes up with a nice clean line. This character is Bailey Harcourt. She's a real estate agent. She has big lips. She has fake eyelashes on, which are just drying at the moment. I wear a lot of red and gold in the show, so I always just use red and gold for my eyeshadows. There's a history of big faces for the Panto. Paint the background pretty much.
And we have a Prince Charming over here, or rather Prince Ashley.
So I've just been shaving, which is a big part of my preparation. I have quite a bit less makeup to do than Jthan. I sort of go for a more natural look because my character's a bit more natural, a bit more grounded, a bit more realistic, a bit more three-dimensional, I dare say. Now I'm gonna put on some bronzer, maybe a bit of eyebrow. That's basically me.
I have the interesting challenge of being a rat who then transforms into other types of animals. This is sort of based on Cats, the musical. We were looking at their makeup. Bit of a brown nose and brown sides to my face and pink cheeks and some freckle type things that could be red as whiskers.
It's by Gavin as well here. What's it like to be both writing and starring in a piece?
We were always doing other people's pantos, but found ourselves workshopping them a lot as well, so it's kind of familiar terrain to us. Then we started going, oh, why don't we put our mouths where the money is and start writing our own one.
I find the Dame is very difficult to write for though, because she can be quite a diva. She has different names and has different personas, but she's the common link that the audience can access the fantastical worlds of the pantomimes.
I think our first goal with writing is to try and make each other laugh.
When we're working on other people's scripts with some improv and creative license within them, Simon would come up to me and go, could the Dame say this tonight? And I'd be like, no. But then of course I do it and get a big laugh.
Yeah, we spent last night in the green room backstage, we spent about 15 minutes workshopping a ball gag.
The Princess Ball. Which one?
He only has one.
Yeah, it's a gag that's already in the show, but we were talking about whether we can indulge in it a bit more and make it much longer than it is. So we'll see.
It is a conversation with the audience and it ebbs and flows depending on what is happening in the audience, but also current affairs and whether we think something's funny. We go, we could try that, and we're constantly refining the jokes that we do have and trying to make them work in a better way.
Hi! We are going to be interpreting Cinderella on the 19th of December. So at the moment we're rehearsing our lines, making sure especially the songs match with, our interpretation matches with what the cast are doing, and so we can coordinate our dance moves with theirs. We're using the tannoy system, so these guys can listen to the show while it's happening downstairs, and we can rehearse along with them.
And you can turn the buttons and it gives a live audio feed from the stage up to this room so that we can rehearse along at the same time. Very, very useful.
This is our second year of doing Panto.
And we hope there are many more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We love doing this.
And we've seen the audience grow from last year to this year, so we're really excited that more people are aware that there's a piece of theatre that they can bring their kids to that's accessible for deaf children and deaf adults, and it's really inclusive.
What about the pantomime is really special to you all?
Everything. Everything. I think one of the coolest things about the Panto, because it's such a playful, sort of silly show, we have creative license to change jokes to be specific to the deaf community so that they get that same vibe from it that the hearing audience get with the Wellington references. Being able to pick our own community members out of the audience and talk straight to them. I don't think there's a lot of accessible theatre that's so interactive.
What would you encourage audiences out there to learn NZSL?
Well, it's an official language of New Zealand and it's obviously worth learning. It's not hard to learn, and that means you can chat to anyone at a long distance, or if you're driving alongside someone in a car who signs, you can sign through the windows. It's just, it's a beautiful language.
Yeah, and it seems really expressive as well, that you can bring such personality to the language.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a 4D language in a way. And it doesn't include just your hands, but also your face and your body.
Cool, well we'll check in with you throughout the night, and so excited to have you on December 19th.
Thank you.
What's going on here, Eric?
Just a warm up.
Oh.
Warm up. Warm up prior to a vocal warm up.
Talk through, so is this something that happens every night?
Yeah, so every night, this is gonna keep going back to me. This is like our physical warm up, and then it kind of just like wakes us up, keeps us alert.
It's to get the actors all sort of bonded and to get their voices in shape, but it's also actually my warm up too. Lots of scales, so it gets my hands going.
I am lighting, sound and AV operator.
Do you have a favourite cue?
Ooh. The dress the dress reveal is particularly beautiful. No, the fart stuff, not the farts. I quite like doing the thunder and lightning. Feels, impressive.
Before the show, I like to remember that my body is in its 30s because I'm going to have to like kick Simon in the head. I've got to catch this like heavy pumpkin and make sure that my muscles are ready to do it. Otherwise, I hurt later. I sort of more call it like rolling around on the floor.
Nice.
So yeah, go no go.
We are waiting in line to get mic'd up. Randomly holding on to my Dandini wig because I have to go put them on the mount, or put them on the mount. Non-binary, yeah, so they, them are the pronouns that we use for Dandini. The stories aren't just the binary norm anymore, and they shouldn't be. It's about damn time that we started recognising that. It feels good.
So we were saying about costume changes. How many do you have?
Three, yeah. I don't know if it's spoilers, but I go rat to horse to pig to back to rat. Tried to incorporate my makeup, a bit of grey and pink in my face. Doesn't have to necessarily be full rat on my face, but kind of reflects it in a way.
This is my wig, it's a half wig, so I have my own natural hair at the front, and then that kind of helps like blending it and makes it look more realistic rather than having like a big old wig at the front. I kind of take this amount of hair and just tease it back over the top to kind of hide that it's not my real hair, and then put a ribbon on it.
Why do you reckon people come to the Panto?
I think because they're just silly and you get to be childlike, not that serious. You're completely childlike. Get to be, yeah, silly and not take yourself so seriously.
Beginners, please.
Good show, mateys. You too. Oh yeah.
After you, good sir. I can show you something cool. So every night we have this camera and we take photos while people are on stage, and we started it during rehearsal.
Is it a Polaroid?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's just like little, then they'll make a really cute memory later on.
Have a good show. Have a good show. Control, even if you know that you don't. I'm here at least, I'll tell you will.
And to go early. Now, to the announcer, wait, and in that thunderstorm, remember?
Of course I remember. I barely survived and the king is dead. Long live the king! Oh, man, so sad. Although loneliness is I'm gonna go watch Gavin dance.
As long as you love me.
I shouldn't have to do this part, but I do anyway. Get it all nice and ready for him for when he changes back.
I got a feeling.